I really want to get into the entire back and forth of how this happened and where this started from. Let's just get into the entire thing, man. So this is 50 Cam versus Jim. Not together, but it all stemmed from one honest talk on a podcast. So let's see if we can get into that, man. I want to find that Camron 50 Cent. I might have to go to YouTube for it, but let's see if we can find that. Bam, here we go. Here we go. So, boom, I think I found it. This clip is from his talks with Flea, Camron's platform on YouTube. Aside from It Is What It Is. Obviously the same guy, same network, possibly. But, you know, he has his own show that he does by himself where he pulls up different people and he talks to them. One-on-one, they bring their homies. Phenomenal content. He had 50 up there with Yayo and Uncle Murda. I think this was either before or during 50's residency. It might have been right after. I'm not too familiar with the specifics. But they were having honest conversation. I think, like I said, vulnerability. This is what I think. The same thing that brought Cam and Mase back together with them being vulnerable on Gillian Wallow's pod. Shout out to Gillian Wallow. I think that same vulnerability bothers other people. You can look at it like somebody like me, and I appreciate that. Like, yo, damn, it might be a real conversation and it might be hard to say, but if you're being truthful and honest, I think that's important. And I can listen to you. If you being the other side, if it's too honest and vulnerable for you to where you not start feeling a way and you want to react to it negatively, I'm like, I get that side too, but I will never be on that side. So let's get into this. I don't know what this specific clip is, but I think it is about what started this entire back and forth. We're going through the timeline. Let's get into it.
Jimmy was not a rapper then. Right. He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all. Right. So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mase be that, and Cam be that, and
something right there. My bad, y'all. I paused it and muted it. I'm a huge Lloyd Banks fan. We about to get into deep cuts. This is real, like New York Queens shit. Lloyd Banks is probably one of my favorite rappers ever. 50 just alluded to something that is a side comment. He's talking to his mans in them. He probably talking to Yayo right here, because Yayo was a part of that whole collective G Unit, obviously. He just said, yo, Jim wasn't a rapper at this time. He was just your mans. He caught one where We Fly High balling. And now he's having a moment. It's like the Lloyd Banks thing. I don't want to say Lloyd wasn't a rapper because he's so good, but it's potentially, maybe he was just a homie. Maybe he was rapping and then boom, just because you a homie hanging around, you get a moment and now it puts you into a stratosphere where now you have a career.
Jimmy was not a rapper then. Right. He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all. Right. So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mase be that, and Cam be that, and looked at it, and it was finally he had one. Mm-hmm. And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam.
So I'll let the rest of this play, but this is what started the quote-unquote back and forth. I don't know, maybe now that I'm listening to it again, I can see how from Jim's perspective he could talk, he could feel a way about it. If it's the truth, I could still see him feeling a way, because it's like, yo, you didn't have to tell it in this light, because it does sound like they're doing it, not they, 50 is doing it in a way where it could come across that it is detrimental to the persona and what we know of Jim Jones. Like, yo, he wasn't a rapper, he caught one, he did this. But 50 also said in the same clip, like, yo, he took that, he didn't say Jim wasn't popping. That's what I'm getting at. He basically was like, yo, he's popping, he's having a moment. This is the perfect time to get in between these niggas, because 50 is a businessman. He will do whatever he can to take the competition out if it's real competition.
I just looked and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Give me this, get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it, because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again at that point. And then he's going, for them, they had records that were, look, I always say this to certain artists, I go, damn, when is he going to have his moment?
That's part of the clip. That is the beginning of this entire back and forth. I'm going through the entire story, so we might stay on this a little bit longer than I expected, but I think it's important to talk about, because if you don't know where all of this stemmed from, it's important to kind of follow the story. And as much as I've been following it, you know what I mean, and I'm not following this shit like it's a court case, you feel me? It's entertaining, because these are the guys that I grew up on, you know what I mean, that were instrumental in my childhood and growing up when I was outside in these same cities, you know what I mean? I'm from Queens. I ran around Harlem. I've been in Manhattan, you know what I mean? Smoking bud in Manhattan with the homies. You know what I mean? So it touches me, pause. It hits me in a place, even that's about pause even more. I connect with it for more than one reason, just because of the guys, just because of who it is. I connect with it because I was around and I was outside and I remember this. So now to get the stories and understand the behind the scenes part of it, I think that's why it's important, and why podcasts and why content like this, where you get to be vulnerable and speak to the people, it's, you know what I mean, it's very important, because these stories are what we are interested in and what we were asking the questions of back then. To finally get the answers to these shits is, I think, is a beautiful thing. So let's go ahead and continue on. So this took place, you could go ahead and look at that entire clip, the entire video, but this then went to Jim Jones going on Respectfully Justin, or Justin LeBoy's show, and responding to it, basically. Once my keyboard decides to be friendly again, I'll pull that up. Come on, son. We're trying to get through the story of Camron versus Jim Jones, 50 Cent and Jim Jones. Jim Jones, Justin LeBoy. So this was the next thing that took place. That took place, and I'm trying to find the exact clip, but I don't know if that's the one. Fuck it, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it anyways. If it's not, then shit, it's all good. Here we go. Let's get into it. Respectfully Justin, I think that's the name of the show. I'm being respectful. This is what Jim Jones responded to that interview, which, watching it again, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think it was intended to like make him feel away, but when people start being vulnerable and giving up their truth and their honesty, sometimes people get caught in the crosshairs. Let's listen to this. Let's see if this is the clip. So this says, I watched Mase shit on Cam. Jim reveals there was a time he didn't like Mase because of how he handled Cam, and said Mase got money and lost his mind. I don't think that's the clip. Because that is part of it, but let me search. Let me try to find the specific one. Okay, here we go. Here's the clip. All right, boom. Jim Jones tells Cam and 50 to get off of his beep. Respectfully, Justin. Let's get into the clip.
What it is, give it a Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page. Right. So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo.
I do like that answer. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if it's up or if it's in a place where we're not seeing eye to eye, you could get that. You can get that comment off. Now, what it goes into, you definitely are prepared and you know it's coming. But I'm not saying Jimmy did anything wrong here, man. And like I said, at the beginning and the end of this shit, I hate to see this happening. Like, I'm a New York nigga to the fullest. I want to see unity between the guys, especially Dipset. Jim is running around now with Make Dipset Great Again hats, fire hats. We gonna get into that. Like, show y'all that. It's just, I hate to see this, man. Like, I hate to see this truly, like, honestly, like, being vulnerable. I hate to see this. 50, Cam, these are my guys. Jim, Bird Gang, Max B, Stack Bundles. Oh my God, RP Chinks, French Montana, Cocaine City DVDs. Like, this is what I come from. You know, you feel me? Like, this is what I'm from. So to see these guys going back and forth, I'm here for the entertainment of it, but damn, bro, it hurts somewhat. Not like it truly hurts me because it doesn't affect my day-to-day, but when I see it come across my timeline and I do content like this where I'm reacting to it and I'm putting y'all on to what's going on, the shit hurts, bro. It hurts to see it.
I did a lot for them niggas in their life, you heard? Both of them. Pause, though. Get off my dirt. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my...
All right, so he said a lot of that. Justin LeBoy, all he could do is laugh because that nigga is uncomfortable. He don't know what to say. He is just trying to move on from the topic, get his next question off. He probably didn't even know it was going to go there. Shout out to you, nigga. So that was the, boom. Interview happened. That happened. First response. Boom. Then it went to Camron now, after I believe they were on a break. This is what they do. It is what it is. Shout out to Mase, Stat Baby, Cam. They went on a break. Cam came back Monday morning. First topic of the day. First response since this interview. And then he said a lot. He had a lot to say. Let's get into it.
Listen, I'm going to address a couple of things because we've been on vacation. And a lot of niggas been talking since I was on vacation. We're going to start with Jomo. We'll start with Jomo. And you are a guardian angel and designer, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes.
To be fair, if I'm in Harlem, I do get it, though. You feel me? Because, like, I remember part of my childhood, I used to say I was from Brooklyn, and I was born there. I grew up in Far Rock, though. I'm a Queens nigga. I'm from Queens. Even if I'm in Brooklyn constantly, I'm a visitor. So I can see the niggas that's from this block be like, yeah, you're not from here. Does it mean anything? No. Is it important? No. But I understand what he's saying.
Did I see you time to time? Yes, I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick ride now. That's where this old shit, I would have left it alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick ride, do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause.
Pause. See, now this is where, like I said, it depends on your response. You can't fault anybody for what their response is. You have to be ready for it. But sometimes the response is a little bit more than you were expecting based off of what you said. We just watched the clip. We just watched the video. They were clowning. They were having a good time. I don't think it was anything that malicious. I don't know what the intentions were. Jim saying what he said, I could see why now it became a thing. Because you're inviting another man to your Johnson. It's like, or even bringing it up in a sentence with another man is disrespectful. From where we come from, it's disrespectful. I don't know if that was the intentions or that what it meant. But Cam is basically saying, yo, I would have left it alone if you didn't say that. Let's go back to it.
You talk about dick ride now. That's where this old shit, I would have left it alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, Digline, do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause. So not met, how you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Camron 1995 freestyle.
Shout out to the production team. They got clips ready. This was a phenomenal episode in terms of production. I'm pretty sure this episode did really well. All right, let's get to it.
Camron, Cardan, DJ Clue.
So this is Cam, Mase, and Cardan. Early on, DJ Clue mixtape. Shout out to Clue. You know what I mean? New York City royalty. This is... I'm gonna get through this so we can just hear the rest of the clip.
12-minute freestyle.
All right, so he gets into that. He gets into the little bit more. I don't know. The clip is about to end. Oh, so here's some more of it.
Yo, you want to come through? Come through. Yo, you want to come?
So this is Cam talking about Jim liking these freestyles. These guys are popping in the streets. They getting some street fame, you know what I mean? It's known, yo, they about to get record deals. I think Mase might have been signed at this point already. Jim come around. He's from the Bronx. And I look at Jim, dude, that's some hustling shit. You a hustler, nigga. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to the niggas that I know that's popping. I'm going to show you love, but I'm trying to get around. I'm trying to build my thing up, you know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to do. Shout out to Jim. Like, that's kind of how I came up out here in the H. You feel me? Like, I was doing some shit. They don't know what his intentions was from the beginning, so you could look at it a certain way. You could say, yo, this nigga was just around. Nigga, in his mind, he like, yo, I'm about to be around. I'm about to make it, nigga. Like, I can see that. So shout out to Jim for that, man. Respect. I respect the hustling ass nigga. You feel me? Like, I respect hustling. Hustling is no shade or no shame to that at all. If you can hustle your way into position, whether you prepared or not for it, but you get there, kudos to you, especially if you black. Especially if you black, bro. So he's saying, yo, Jim basically hustled his way, saying he wasn't doing nothing. He had a free crib. This is how it went down.
Come through. Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dead. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house.
A little crack maybe is crazy, Cam.
Over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe.
And I don't think he's saying they did crack. And I'm not saying what I think he's saying, but I do want to make it clear. He's not saying they were doing crack. Facts.
I'd be at everybody's house, though. I love my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mase with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed a bunch of... I never needed nowhere to stay. Though you act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four, Billy and them used to... You not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you gotta keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem.
And he goes on and basically says Jim ain't from Harlem. You was a fan. All of this breaks my heart, man, honestly. Truly, it breaks my goddamn heart. So, that's what happened there. And then, so, most recently, Jim Jones was on The Breakfast Club. He's promoting a new album. And he had some more things to say. So 50 gets involved, but let's get into some of these topics. Here we go. Boom. All right. So this is what Jim had to say. Most recent interview, Breakfast Club. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Everything. YouTube, Twitter. Y'all follow them. Jim Jones tells Camron not to play with him, challenge him to a fight in a boxing ring, and encourage him to ask Floyd Mayweather to put up $10 million for the match. Breakfast Club YouTube. I'll box your head off is what Jim told him. Let's listen to this clip. We giving y'all the breakdown of how this began and where it is currently.
Or great experience though. Great experience. Shouts to ASAP Yams. That's what he started as an intern for me.
Oh, he was the intern, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You loyalty.
Carol Civil too. I mean, Carol.
R.I.P. ASAP Yams, man. Legend. Karen Civil too. Shout out to you.
Karen Civil. She was also an intern for me. I've helped jumpstart a lot of career.
Shout out to the interns, man. Interns are the ones that evolve into the big shots. So all of y'all in positions that might have interns or might not want to fuck with interns, the interns are the ones that know a lot. Facts.
Careers, not only rap careers inside of this industry.
But you don't get no credit for that. They say all Jim do is send people to jail.
I don't want credit no more. I want debit. Cash me out. How I send people to jail? That's what I'm saying. How? Who did you see me send to jail? What is these niggas smoking? They smoking new drugs out here, you heard? From where? How? Who?
No, that's what Cam said. I don't know.
He's a bird. He's a bird head. He don't want no smoke. Tell him something. He a boxer, right? I'll box his head off. Where's the ring at?
This real nigga shit. This Harlem shit right here, nigga. He's a boxer, right? I'll box his head off, nigga. Oof. Hard to hear as a fan of Dipset and the guys, but damn. I understand Jim 100%. And this is the hat I was talking about, the Make Dipset Great Again hat. Phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal hat.
You getting money, right? Y'all do sports? 10 million right now. Today, nigga. I'll catch a flight wherever you at. In the morning, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. You with Mayweather and them 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring. Yeah. Now go make some jokes about that on your next show. I'll box your head off. You know that. Don't play with me. Yeah. Now go type about that.
Jim, Chrissy would tell you take 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That nigga Jim told him to go type about that, nigga. Hold up.
Go make some jokes about that on your next show. I'll box your head off. You know that. Don't play with me. Yeah. Now go type about that.
My nigga Jimmy, man. Oh, I hate that this is going on, bro. And I hate that I love everybody so equally that I can support every side. But damn, this is so sad, bro. I hate to see this shit. I love Jim. I love Max. I love Cam, Mase, 50. I love all you niggas, bro. You niggas are funny, though. I gotta say, I love y'all. Y'all niggas are funny, man. Like, y'all are entertaining. This is why I fucking loved y'all from years ago. I hate to see where it's come to at this point, but man, y'all are some funny niggas. Jim, you are a funny nigga, bro. I love you, bro.
I'll box your head off. You know that. Don't play with me. Yeah, now go type.
That nigga say, yeah, nigga, now go type that. Real, like, this is some OG talk, nigga. Like, this is a nigga that is around, knows the internet age, but might not know it to the ability to do it. He just knows that it's a thing and he fucks with it.
Any boxing ring. Yeah. Now go make some jokes about that on your next show. I'll box your head off. You know that. Don't play with me. Yeah. Now go type about that.
Jim, Chrissy would tell you take 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Chrissy would tell you take 5 seconds and breathe.
Yeah.
Church steps. You cannot act like that.
Chrissy would say my bad.
Chrissy would say take 5 seconds. Service, we still in praise and worship. You got time to make it in for the service.
Chrissy would say take 5 seconds and breathe.
Shout out to Jim. So that was his latest. You know, he went into a lot of other things. Y'all can watch that full Breakfast Club interview. He went into a couple more things about that. Now let's get into the most recent 50 Cent Jim Jones. So, you know, after that, 50 has some words to say, obviously. You know, 50 is going to respond. 50 Cent, sorry, as my keyboard gets back off the crack. 50 Cent Jim Jones. Come on, man. Say lay off the crack, bro. I'm trying to get my computer. I'm trying to wean them off the crack. Here we go. Jim Jones, 50 Cent. So after that, Jim got into some more about he could beat anybody from New York in the verses. Here we go. This is the clip I wanted to show. So this is where he said about 50 on this same interview. And 50 responded with this comment right here. Let's listen and then we can read the comment.
Lead to even, but you know.
It has platinum records, gold records, #1 records. It's not too many in New York.
This is them talking about who could stand up to Jim in the verses. And I want to say, don't sleep on Jim. But 50 is my GOAT. I'm biased. Not biased to the point where I'm going to disrespect Jim. Because Jim got some heat. I ain't going to lie. Jim got joints. That entire Hustler's Poem album is Stack Bundles is on there, man. R.I.P. to the GOAT. Far Rock legend. Far Rock America. Man. This is them getting into a verses.
Lead to even, but you know.
It has platinum records, gold records, #1 records. It's not too many in New York.
I got more solo records than most of them that really hit. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You did. Like I got a lot of gold singles and I got some action. Mm-hmm. It would be hard for a lot of people from New York to win with Capo. And I got freestyles I could do. In New York City, it's gonna be hard. I would say that for anybody.
You know, on the record,
It sounds like he want to do one with 50 Cent. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Jim.
Nah, I don't want to do nothing with that.
Messy. What's up, Messy Boots? Nigga, Envy came in here on some messy shit. Like, sounds like he want to do it with 50. I understand why he said that. Let's listen to what what Jim had to say.
For anybody.
you know, on the record.
It sounds like he want to do one with 50 Cent. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Jim.
Nah, I don't want to do nothing with that sucker. Leave him out of the conversation.
You did that
start.
on purpose.
No, they
did. Don't start.
Because he said around. He said New York, and that's the only one that has a
I
catalog.
low-key was thinking it, I just didn't want to say it.
I love you, Lauren. You to go. You to go to the Breakfast Club right now. I'm not gonna lie. You doing your thing. You look good. You are doing good business. You being consistent. You got your sources. I fuck with that. You on some Chris Bouchard shit on ESPN. I got my sources. I'm not gonna tell y'all who they are, but I'm getting some facts. I feel like they were the ones that broke or put it out there that Drake tour got canceled early on in the day. Shout out to Lauren. Love you, girl. Black Queen. 50 had some words to say. He put this video out and put it on his Instagram. This was his caption. Delusional Jomo. Jomo is what I think Cam and Mase called Jim back in the day. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. Delusional Jomo only got one song, Ballin'. It's called We Fly High, but 50's been calling it Ballin' forever. Ballin', written by Max B. That is the word on the curb. Shout out to Melissa Ford. That's what people are saying. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if let's go and see. Let's look it up. I don't know if Jim Jones. Why is my keyboard doing this? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to work here. My keyboard is it's not cooperating. Jim Jones, We Fly High, Ballin'. It is called Ballin', but I'm doing this because I want to see who the writers are. People are saying for the longest time, Max B wrote that. Max himself said it, that he wrote the record. Where are the writers? I'm trying to find the writers. Songwriters. Jim Jones, Zucan Bay, producer. I don't see Charlie Wingate anywhere on there. Charlie Wingate is Max B. If y'all don't know who Max B is a fucking legend of New York. Harlem City legend, Harlem World legend. Charlie Wingate, he is currently in prison right now serving a 75-year sentence. He's been in there for a while. And he's supposed to be coming out soon, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I hope he does make it out, bro, because I need Max to be out on the streets. But this is who we getting into, man. You do your research and you do your history on who Max B is. This is what 50 had to say. He said, yo, Ballin', written by Max B. You better shut up before I have true life chasing your ass around the city again, fucking punk. It's a lot going into this, man. True Life. Look, boom, this is a picture right here. True Life and Max. Max in prison. True Life came to go see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, TMZ is posting this shit. This is crazy. TMZ hip-hop is a thing. Wow, I can't even believe it. This is True Life. Incarcerated hip-hop artist Max B got a surprise visit from his longtime friend and fellow New York City rapper True Life. This week, from what we're hearing, fans will be getting reintroduced into the Silver Surfers sooner than later. This looks like True Life, Max, and a lawyer. Or manager. William Cosgrove. Manager, lawyer. Looks like he fits the description of what that type of person looks like. You take that for what you think. They pose for pictures. We Fly High singer. Wow, they even calling him the We Fly High singer on this shit. So it's in the culture and in the industry, it seems like it's known that Max wrote that shit. They kicked it, posed for some pics. True Life put up a Instagram post. True Pac and Big Avell. That's what you call a true Nami. Free my brother. New York City legends. Facts. Y'all are New York City legends. And then, you know, if you don't know who Max B is, you might have heard him on the Life of Pablo album. I love that TMZ has this. Sometimes they do some good journalism. They'll give you the content that you need to hear. Go ahead and tune into the Silver Surfer intermission skit on the Life of Pablo. I'll give y'all maybe a little bit of it.
Yeezy, what's good? It's your boy Max B. What's going on?
Once I heard that on a Kanye album, that's all I needed to hear. I was like, yo, my boy Max B is a legend. It's a fucking legend. This is when Kanye was heavy in the Kardashian family. I think French was still kicking it with Chloe, so they made that connection. Max B, French Montana, they all got it. It goes deep. I might do videos on this later on, but this is the entire back and forth. 50, Cam, Jim Jones, The Breakfast Club. This was the entire breakdown.